Hi, my name is Andrea Botella, I work at Igalia, and I have been working for some time on implementing line-clamp in Chromium. The basic example for line-clamp are YouTube comments. When you have a long comment, only the first few lines show up, you have an ellipsis at the end of the last line that shows up, and the rest is hidden. This is possible to do currently in CSS with the webkit-line-clamp property, except that doesn't work at all without these other two properties, which are legacy flexbox properties. It also needs overflow hidden, otherwise the lines after clamp do show up, and those lines can also show up if you have enough of a bottom padding. We cannot fix all of this, at least not with the webkit-line-clamp property, because over 4% of page loads use this property without the other required properties, so fixing it will break them. But what we can do is ship an on-prefix line-clamp property. And this way we can also allow clamping based on a height, which was not possible with the prefix property, by setting line-clamp to auto and specifying a height or a max height. We currently have an implementation of line-clamp, including line-clamp auto, which you can try out by enabling the experimental web platform features flag, or by enabling the CSS line-clamp blink feature. Note that turning this flag on also changes the behavior of webkit-line-clamp in some ways, such as not painting any lines after clamp, even without overflow hidden. We don't expect any breakage from this, but if it happens, do let us know in this issue. Our implementation of line-clamp builds on the existing webkit-line-clamp behavior, which means content after clamp is still laid out and overflows. It's just not painted. In fact, you can query its position from JavaScript. For simplicity, floats and absolute position elements are either completely painted or completely hidden, depending on whether they are before or after the clamp point in the DOM. So for AppsPost, this does not depend on where it's positioned. Usually, overflowing content takes up scroll space in a scroll container, even if it has visibility hidden. But since this would be unexpected for clamp content, we explicitly ignore such content in the scrollable overflow calculations. Most of our work in the implementation has been devoted to line-clamp auto, which should always clamp at the last possible point before the line-clamp container overflows its height or max height, even when clamping inside nested blocks or with layer features such as Ruby or Textbox Stream. Although our initial implementation of this was somewhat convoluted, we recently rewrote it to perform a first layout pass to count the number of lines before overflowing, and then doing a relayout with that number of lines. This should work as expected for most layout features, but please test it and report bugs. Most of the line-clamp behavior is implemented, but there are still some bugs to work out and spec issues to settle. We will continue working on this and hope to ship it in the near future.